She was labeled uncontrollable, faced a life of poverty, but somehow Phelisa Ricketts Graham managed to turn her life around, and now she is the principal of a school she started, the Western STEM Academy. Phelisa is my guest now, and it's so awesome to have her on the show. Good morning, Phelisa.
Good morning, Delia. Good morning, Smile Jamaica. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
I should say good morning, miss.
That's fine.
Um, let's start because, Phelisa, it's been an ongoing discussion, that label of uncontrollable that we have put on our children. Why? Why were you deemed uncontrollable?
So for me, I grew up with my grandmother from I was 7 years old because my father died when I was that age. My mother developed a mental illness and I was living with my grandmother. And although she did everything that she could for me, there was that constant search for support, for love, for affection, just to be held as a child. So when I was growing up, I was seeking all of these during my high school years. I was seeking all of these, and as such, it turned out into behaviors that were deemed uncontrollable at the time.
Mm-hmm. And so, because it was deemed uncontrollable, you were shifted from home into the Granville place of safety.
That is so correct. I was placed in Granville Place of Safety at 14 years old.
Yeah. What was that transition like for you?
So it was a rough period. It wasn't anything that I prepared for. I was just going to school. I believed in school, but there was actually still more that I could do. But then when that period came and then I had to go to girls' home at that time, it was a dark period. I was depressed mostly because I felt as if I wouldn't get that quality education that I was receiving at Westwood High School. So for me, I was so sad about that experience.
Yeah, because Westwood's a pretty solid school. So you went to Granville. What school did you attend while there?
So while I was there, they have some classes that you can do while at the facility,
Okay.
But that wasn't the quality that I was used to at my high school.
Wow.
But thankfully, I was able to go back to school and actually did my very best during the remaining time of my high school years.
Yeah. Well, so it sounds to me like at some point, you turned things around. What would have made you turn things around from being uncontrollable to being focused? Because we have young people who are watching now that a lot of people are saying they're uncontrollable, and I think part of it is they're just a little bit lost. What was it that helped you find your way?
I realized that the path that I was going, it wasn't going to bring me any good. And Miss Lawson, my teacher, I speak about her so dearly. Like Miss Lawson, one of the teachers at Westwood High School, she came into my life and she started to support me, to motivate me, to inspire me. All the teachers were outstanding.
Yeah.
They were just so supportive. But I have to point out Miss Lawson, like she was just always there inspiring me to dream big dreams. And then I realized that, it was dark growing up as a child, but guess what? I can be the difference. I can impact other person's lives just as how these teachers are impacting my life.
Yeah, and I suspect that's why you went the route of education, Church
Definitely.
Teachers College, and now starting the STEM Academy. Tell me about it, because it's one thing to go and teach, but it's another thing to say, listen, I'm going to start a whole school. What inspired that?
So I've taught in several public and private institutions since I graduated from Church Teachers College.
Yeah.
And Personally, I felt as if there was more that I could actually give back. I could give back so much more. And I felt as if the quality of education that our students are receiving could be way more advanced. I was assessing the performance of students in mathematics and science areas because I'm a science teacher. And the results were always low. And I'm like, no, there has to be something that can be done because STEM is the future. So I've always wanted to own a STEM school, but I thought probably when I'm 50 or 60, because I never thought it would be possible as a person within my 20s.
Yeah, but here you are. You've opened the STEM Academy. How long has it been open and how has it been going?
So this is actually our second full year of operation, and I can say that the parents are so enthused about what we have at Western STEM Academy. Like, the parents are so excited, the students are loving the learning process, the teachers are even very vibrant, and it's just a positive transformation for the students that we have. So overall, things are going very well, and I believe that this is the future, and this is where we need to go as a country.
Yeah. Along with STEM, you founded the Purpose Finder Club because you're also trying to help young people in terms of how they approach business and entrepreneurship, yes?
Definitely. So the Purpose Finder Club is an online coaching platform to motivate, to inspire young persons to pursue their purpose, whatever it is, and also for entrepreneurship. Because for me, I went through abject poverty where sometimes I never had food to eat when I was growing up. And then even when I was working daily, surprisingly, there were times when, things couldn't meet, like ends weren't meeting.
Yes.
And I said, so many persons are in that position. So you know what? Let's show persons how they can actually earn from their skills.
Phelisa, I tell people all the time, don't put an amount on young people. Support them, propel them towards greatness. And if there ever is an example of someone who has shown Jamaica that if we continue to love and support our children, they can be just absolutely anything they put their mind to. You are such a fine example, not just for your students, but for other young people. And it's just so awesome to meet you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I've always wanted to meet you. I admire you. I love the work that you're doing in Jamaica and the world. So thank you so much. And it's a pleasure to be here.
Bless you, Phelisa. Bless you. Phelisa Ricketts Graham. Wow. Principal, imagine that, of Western Academy. Nice, nice. News in 5 is next. We'll soon come.